Derek Anderson getting the starting job ahead of Matt Leinart, who is now with the Texans, Cardinals, and the Rams. Sam Bradford looking for Mark Clayton. Picked off Adrian Wilson. A little faster.
Yeah,
you got to fight that young guy.
Now, just blink, don't blink. Now, just keep playing ball, Sam.
Cardinals on top 10-3, so it's Bradford looking for Clayton again. A nice catch and a nice ball.
Good location on the sideline, over the top of the corner.
39 yards there. First and goal for Steve Spagnuolo's crew. 5 seconds left in the half. It's Bradford on the move to LaRon Robinson.
I like that young guy, Bradford.
Yeah, he's a big man. He can throw from the run, too.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of a young
He's going to have to throw from the run with that line.
First career touchdown pass. Scoring tied at 3. Derek Anderson came in, did a nice job. Steve Preston, 27 yards here.
Made some plays, Preston did.
And here is Anderson getting away, using his feet, and most importantly, throwing downfield.
Throwing downfield. Oftentimes, young quarterbacks should get away. They take their eyes off the receiver and put their eyes on the oncoming tacklers, but he kept his eyes down.
Touchdown pass to Larry Fitzgerald there. Bradford to Mark Clayton, who makes a nice move down to the Cardinals 33. It's a 33-yard gain.
Talking about life, Mark Clayton found life. He said, over here, I can be the man. I got my young quarterback. I can make plays.
Looking for Billy Badgema there. Kerry Rhodes, the Cardinals offseason acquisition with the pick. Bradford throwing 3 interceptions in this one, but Tim Hightower giving the Rams another chance. Puts it on the carpet. Greg Dahl with the recovery. Play was reviewed, but it was upheld. Bradford looking deep, but he's picked off by Adrian Wilson, who had a great day. 2 picks and a sack. And so the Cardinals hold on to beat the Rams 17-13.
St. Louis and Oakland. This young man, Bradford, shown some flashes early on this season, Steve.
I like him. He's smart and he's tough. Start with that.
And he seems to have a connection with the receiver they acquired just before the beginning of the season, Mark Clayton.
He's all they had.
Excellent play action fake. Extend the ball.
Clayton is all they had.
7-0, Rams up, and another day for Jason Campbell as the Silver and Black. Just game 2, and we struggled again. Pick 87 yards passing, and Tom Cable pulled him in the third quarter, so that means it's time for Doc B. Bruce Bradkowski, Doc B. calls up Louis Murphy stat.
Touchdown from Florida State, right? Florida State, Brian.
13-7, the Oakland Raiders are up.
Not happy with them.
16-7 the score when Bradford, with less than 4 minutes to go, finds Mark Clayton again. Initially ruled incomplete, but the challenge flag is out, and it's ruled a touchdown.
Good call, Tony.
It's a 2-point game.
Kick and run route.
Raiders need to just get some first downs to wrap it up, and Doc is hanging tough.
He's gritty, this guy.
This is called roughing by Fred Robbins, and that's how the Raiders run out.
That's an Academy Award.
Its Raiders are 1-1. Steve Spagnuolo's Rams 0-2.
Oh, gee! I can't wait to watch that coach's show.
So how did Donovan McNabb do against Steven Jackson and the Rams? Opening a possession for the Rams here. Steven Jackson.
Yeah, you have a young quarterback like Sam Bradford. You got to have a run game. This is a run game. Steven Jackson goes yard.
Outruns LaRon Landry for the touchdown there. Rams on top 7-0. All right, the ensuing Rams possession here, same score, and it's Bradford rolling out nicely, Michael.
Well, it looks a lot like Troy Aikman. Every time I see him, just that real professional quarterback finds the wide receiver, finds the man in the back of the end zone.
Nice touch to Daniel Fells right there. Bradford, 23-37, 235 yards, a touchdown and a pick. McNabb, how he makes this throw without hurting himself across his body.
This is unbelievable. Play action pass and a backside corner out from the receiver, and McNabb put it on the money.
14-10. Rams trying to extend their lead 14-13 here. Steven Jackson fumbles, as you can see. The ball's out. Oh, and he also hurts his groin right there on the play.
That hurt.
But Jackson was then ruled down by contact. But he did not return to the game. He finished with 58 yards in that touchdown we showed you. So bring in Kenneth Darby.
Yeah, where did he come from? Look at this 12-yard run for a touchdown. They've got to be physical and establish the run for this young offense.
21-16, 27-16. Rams on top. McNabb looking for Santana Moss. Picked off by Bradley Fletcher. So the Rams snap a 10-game losing streak. They beat Donovan McNabb and the Redskins.
NFC West battle in St. Louis. The Seahawks at the Rams. Steven Jackson, yes, he did play with that
put his
injured
big boy
groin.
pants on and went out there and played.
Pretty big role. Sam Bradford, at least one touchdown in each of his 3 games. Played well again today. Here he is to Mark Clayton down the sideline for 34 yards.
Mark Clayton was a nice addition to this team.
He really has been a great addition to this receiving corps.
3 plays later, it's Bradford looking for another man from that receiving corps. It's Brendan Gibson, 15-yard touch.
Puts the back foot down in the ground. That ball generally is coming out.
Talk about high ceilings. That young man has a high ceiling.
Second quarter now, the St. Louis defense kind of quietly playing pretty well, too, here, inducing the turnover. Michael Robinson
came into this game with 8 takeaways and third in scoring defense, giving up just 16 points per game.
Next St. Louis possession, Bradford to Danny Amendola.
Look at this catch.
Wow.
Oh, my.
That reminds me of you, old sticky foot. No, he was a lot further down the field.
Look at that. Now, that's just unbelievable.
Good catch.
Aided by the glove, of course.
Stop with
I'm
that.
just telling you, the technology these days is crazy.
There's the turnover. Intercepted by Bradley. Fletcher returns at 28 yards to the Seattle 3.
Making plays on defense once again.
However, the young quarterback going to do what young quarterbacks do sometimes, and that's give it right back. Fellow first-round pick Earl Thomas picks it off.
This kid making a case for Defensive Rookie of the Year.
These mistakes are going to happen, especially when you ask Sam Bradford to throw it 40, 45 times a game. They're asking him to do a whole lot because of their limitations.
And he did throw it 41 times today. Next Seattle possession, Hasselbeck laterals to Michael Robinson to Leon Washington. 28-yard gain. Field goal. Will be 9 yards.
Pulling out all the stops. You're having to pull out to beat the Rams. What times change?
Sure have.
Next St. Louis possession, just 34 seconds left in the half. 2nd and 10. Bradford looking again for Brandon Gibson. Finds him for 23 yards with the catch, and the run led to a field goal.
And again, the ball, that foot hits the ground. That ball is coming out.
Yeah.
Like it.
St. Louis on top 10-3 at halftime. Into the third quarter, same score. Bradford to Steven Jackson.
Got to admire what this guy does. Got the bad groin, correct? Struggling with a groin injury, goes out, and they ask him to carry the football 22 times today.
Put the big boy pants on.
Catches as well.
3 plays later, Bradford to Kenneth Darby. Another screen, this one to the left side, and this one good for 6. Rams led 17-3. May go on to win in impressive fashion. Pete Carroll, change of emotion. Think of what he was like last week with those kickoff returns for the touchdown. But St. Louis, the winner today, 20-3, another strong showing for Sam Bradford.
Lions looking for their first win of the season. Sam Bradford looking to win his 3rd straight game. Sean Hill 3-0 as a starter in his career against the Rams, who start off the game with a surprise onside kick. But it did not work. Detroit recovers, and that would be indicative of how the entire game would go for St. Louis. Lions take a field goal on the play, and starting off 3-3 at the second quarter, Stephen Logan, he will return the kick, running into his man across midfield, and he is just gone. Stephen Logan returns it 105 yards for a touchdown. Detroit takes a 10-3 lead in the game. Big play by Detroit on special teams. On their next possession, Sean Hill rolls and finds Nate Burleson for a pickup of 13 yards. Everything looking good for Detroit early on. 3rd and 8, 3 plays later, Sean Hill this time, he finds Javid Best, who cuts it back to the outside and picks up 22 yards before being pushed out of bounds. 1st and goal play, 13th play of the drive, looking end zone for Calvin Johnson, and he comes down with his Sean Hill with the touchdown pass to Megatron. A 13-play drive taking up just over 7 minutes, puts Detroit up 17-3. On their next possession, Sean Hill looking for Megatron once again. 4 catches and 54 yards in the game for Megatron, plus that touchdown. A couple plays later, still on the same drive, Sean Hill looking for Calvin Johnson in the end zone. Looks like he comes down with it. Initially ruled a touchdown, but did he get both feet in before getting pushed out of bounds? There would be a replay and a review. The play was reversed, ruled an incomplete pass, only got 1 foot down, so no touchdown on the play. 6 plays later, 18 seconds to go. All kinds of time for Sean Hill right before halftime. He gets a touchdown pass to Brandon Pettigrew. a 3-yard score. That puts Detroit up 24-6 at the half. A 12-play drive for them. It was all Detroit's offense in this game. First possession of the third quarter, and Sean Hill finds Nate Burleson for a 26-yard score. He picks up a flag for celebrating. They're up 31-6. It wouldn't even matter. On to the fourth. First Rams possession of the quarter. Ball deflected and bouncing up in the air. And Ndamukong Suh gets the interception. Takes it all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big, big win for Detroit. Their first victory of the season. They're now 1-4.
In the NFC South, Phillip Rivers and the Chargers coming off the loss to the Raiders, first time in 14 games. They couldn't follow that up with a loss.
Ain't no way.
I mean, Sam Bradford's doing well, but he's just a rookie, and they don't have Mark Clayton anymore. Wait a minute.
Or Donnie Avery. They're just guys out.
They have Denario Alexander.
Denario.
Bradford was 4 of 4 for 70 yards on that drive that was capped off by that touchdown. 10-0. Then Danny Amendola. Short of the end zone, but there's a flag on the play in the second quarter. Antoine Barnes called for a blow to the head, roughing the passer.
Let's check it out.
That's not a blow to the head.
Really?
Boy.
He's a rookie.
Steven Jackson, a couple plays after that, will take it in. 17-0. That's a 17-play drive that the Rams threw on the Chargers. They're up 17. This whole highlight sponsored by 17. And the Chargers, with Marcus McNeil back, didn't matter. Couldn't protect Rivers at all. Chris Long got him twice. Then Larry Grant gets in on the act. 17-3. The Chargers are down. They need to get things going on 3rd and long here in the third quarter. Rivers to Patrick Creighton over the middle.
He came up big today.
And that led to the first touchdown of the game from Mike Tolbert. And it's a 17-10 game. Fourth quarter, Nate Kading. Look out, Nate. Oh, boy. He slipped and it was blocked by James Hall. The Chargers' beleaguered special teams coach Steve Crosby can only look on the look of regret.
How do you slip on turf? That's what he's saying to himself. How do you slip on turf?
That's amazing.
Turf monster.
Like your snake bit.
Oh, my goodness. He's Nate bit, I think. 17-10 is your score still. It's 20-10 when Creighton, who had 6 catches for 117 yards, gets a first down on a 29-yard scamper right there. And the next play, Rivers looking for who? But why not Buster Davis?
He's an extended play. This is why he's leading the league in passing yards.
So the Rams' lead is now just 3 points, and boy, the Chargers could have used Nate Kading not being hit by the turf monster because Steven Jackson essentially runs out the clock. And would you believe the Chargers fall to 2-4 now?
No, I can't.
That they've lost on the road at the Raiders and at the Rams.
No.
In a row, back-to-back weeks.
Good job by the Rams.
Well, let's go to Tampa, where you are looking at the all-time leading rusher in Rams history.
Over Marshall Faulk.
And Eric Dickerson.
And
Wow.
Eric Dickerson.
That's pretty good.
You got nothing on you, Marshall.
Steven Jackson
Nothing.
had 110 yards rushing on the day to breeze past Eric Dickerson. He only needed 32 rushing yards to do that today. And Danny Amendola becoming a nice option for Sam Bradford.
Yeah, speaking of option, that's sprint right option now, and Sam Bradford does it very easily.
So the Rams were up 10-3, and then Steven Jackson's pouring it on even more.
This is what a young quarterback has to have. He's got a big back there that he can count on every game. Go get your 100 yards, Steven Jackson.
Rams, then 3rd and goal. Sam Bradford to Michael. Manawanui, everybody. And I didn't say because it was tough to say his name. That's actually how you pronounce his name. I've been practicing for 4 hours. Fourth quarter, Josh Freeman trying to get things going with a minute to go in the game, and on the 11th play of the drive, 4th and 3, Kellen Winslow moves the chains. 3 plays later, Mike Williams.
The other Mike Williams.
Yeah, suddenly becoming the other Mike Williams, right?
Freeman is using the whole field to execute.
And then 2 plays later, 17 ticks left, no timeouts. It'd be really risky to run it, so they're going to run him out of the pocket. And Freeman finds Cadillac Williams as the Bucs come from behind to beat the Rams at home and become the best team in the NFC. Fall 2-5, the Rams. Oh, look, Steven Jackson went as Eric Dickerson for Halloween right there.
Eric's old done. He definitely trick-or-treating. Even though he did.
Sam Bradford.
Or Marshall Faulk. That's right, I said it.
Sam Bradford looked like Kurt Warner, dare I say.
Don't do that.
All right, I don't do that. To Laurent Robinson, 3 plays later. Danny Amendola, everybody.
Well done, Danny.
Andre Bruce?
Sam Bradford.
Ricky Pro right there.
Better.
Thank you. Fourth quarter, Matt Moore getting the start. and finds Steve Smith. Ball's knocked loose by Craig Dahl. Here is Chris Long hopping on the loose ball.
I like the Rams getting to the ball as a team. They're playing much better.
Ensuing drive, Sam Bradford to Brandon Gibson. Who says the Rams don't have any wideouts?
Yeah,
Robinson, Gibson, Amendola getting it done for Sam Bradford, who finds Daniel, don't call me Norman Fells. 23-yard touchdown. And look who's 4-4 hitting the ball week.
Fantastic job by the Rams coaching staff. These guys are playing hard. 4-4. Are you kidding me? Great job.
The Rams 20-10 winners over the Panthers. The Seahawks now 5-4, meaning the Rams would need to keep pace in San Francisco with their Heisman Trophy quarterback starting his first game on the mainland in the United States, in the domestic United States, after winning in London in his first start. Sam Bradford coming off of a bye week just like the 49ers. Here is Steven Jackson running down.
That's how you finish a run.
Physical man.
26 yards allow Steven to set himself up. 13-yard burst.
You finish a drive.
The lineman must love him.
20 carries, 81 yards in that score for Steven Jackson. 49ers are down in the fourth quarter. Let's get to the chase. 17-13. 4th and 18. Last chance for this 2-6 team. I mean, they need this 4th and 18 for the season to continue, and they convert. Troy Smith buys time and finds the inconvenient truth. Frank Gore, 23 yards, down to the Rams 16. Next play. Smith.
Play action, set it up, patient. Look at the time he has to throw, coach.
To Michael Crabtree, touchdown. Post corner.
Yes, post corner, and he threw it down underneath the defender. Great throw and catch, and the offensive line, like you said, gave him all kinds of time.
356 yards passing for Smith, but Sam Bradford led the Rams right down the field, and on that free play with an offside to the 49ers, Bradford finds Jackson down the field for 25 yards out of the 49ers, and 18-3 ticks to go. Josh Brown to send this game in overtime for Steve Spagnuolo and the Rams, and Josh Brown got it. We go into the extra period in San Francisco, and in the overtime, the Rams won the toss, went 3 and out. The Niners get the ball back, 3rd and 2 on the plus side of the field. Smith
mobility for
Delaney Walker, heaves it down the middle. There's a flag on the play. O.J. Atagwe called for pass interference. Ed Hockley's also got impressive triceps. 1st and 10 for the Rams.
Boy.
1st and 10 for the Niners on the Rams 23. Out comes Joe Nedney.
Layup.
Got it. And that's the way the 49ers survive to improve to 3-6 and get out of the cellar. The Cardinals, because of their 1-2 division record and 3-6 overall record, they are in last place. We had 3 teams in the NFC South playing 3 teams in the NFC West. And let's start with the leaders. Atlanta in St. Louis. The last 2 of the last 3 quarterbacks taken first overall in the draft. Or first quarterbacks taken. Anyway, Ryan and Bradford, 2 rich young men throwing the ball around.
Marshall's hanging in that stadium.
Bradford getting the first touchdown. It's 10-3, and Matt Ryan to Brian Finneran ties the score.
He just likes playing in domes, doesn't he?
Falcons lead 16-10 at the half. 3rd quarter now, Rams get Steven Jackson busted through.
Nice play call.
Goes over 10,000 career yards.
10,000
career yards. Joins Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, and Marshall in that Rams club. 2 plays later, Bradford to Brandon Gibson making a play.
A long way to go to join Marshall hanging up in that stadium.
Rams on top 17-16. 2 possessions later, Falcons coming back.
Nice play action. Get your feet set all day.
16-yard gain.
He's the best that ever did it. That guy right there.
16 plays later, Ryan right on the goal line. Play faking, find a Justin Hill.
That was very easy. Came from behind the line of scrimmage.
Brian, 253 yards and 2 touchdowns. Rams now down by 9 even points in a hurry. With 6.5 to go. Laurent Robinson, 19-yard gain. Next play, Bradford picking him up, putting him down for a 17-yard gain, taking his team inside the red zone.
He moves pretty well for a 6'5" guy. Hook slide with 2 feet forward, thank you.
6 plays later, though, Bradford's looking for his tight end on a shovel pass. It's picked by Williams.
And a shovel pass is a safe
good
call.
Good tackle, though.
This one, you think the shovel pass is a safe call,
Yeah.
right? Because if it drops, it's an incomplete pass. It's not a fumble.
I've never seen a shovel pass.
And then Michael Turner seals the deal right up the gut.
And he can run.
That's a flag football touchdown. 34-14 is the final score. Well, if Josh McDaniels looked any lighter, it's because he had 50,000 taken from him this week.
That's a lot of loot.
What was going on? I can't believe there's another videotaping incident in the NFL. But at any rate, they're taking on St. Louis at home. And, but now a new Sam Bradford to Michael. Manawa Nui. Who? Manawa Nui. Denver is up 10-7 now only. And now Billy Badgema, everybody. Getting in on the act.
Keep it alive, Sam. Find him.
First career touchdown. Sam Bradford's finding everybody. From
This kid can play.
Badgema
This kid can play.
to Manawa Nui. And then now comes Denario Alexander. They've got a Badgema, they've got a Denario, they've got an Manawa Nui, and the Broncos are having it put on them at home by Sam Bradford and the Rams because you can't stop Billy Badgema. Second career touchdown, second of the game.
Great, wide open calling. You're playing against the Broncos. That's easy. Mike Nolan's gone.
26-13 is the score. It's 36-20 when...
Defensive coordinator last year.
Here come the Broncos.
You can throw the ball now. With
Eddie Royal touchdown. They go for two, don't get it. So it's a 10-point game. Next Denver possession, 3:52 left. They even have a timeout. Orton to Royal, plus side of the field. 2 plays later, Orton to Eric Decker. Down to the 2.
It's amazing. Still a 2-possession game now. Here they come.
2 plays later to the highlight machine this year. Brandon Lloyd in the end zone.
What a year he's having.
3-point game.
Leading the league in yards.
So the St. Louis lead is now suddenly down to 3, and with a minute to go, Denver gets the ball back. But Chris Long making a play.
Chris Long's having a heck of a year now.
Yes, indeed.
His third year. He's getting to the quarterback.
3 plays later, last chance saloon for Orton. And it's incomplete. And guess who's now in first place in the NFC West?
Don't tell me.
I'll be your St. Louis Rams and Steve Speck.
Great job, guys.
As the Broncos fall to 3-8.
There we go. Rams, I believe, are the most complete team in that in that division.
Derek Anderson obviously having some troubles at quarterback. He gets benched in the game. Steven Jackson, clearly the story in this game. This guy, I mean, one of the bright spots and one of the other reasons other than Sam Bradford that this team is playing as well as they are.
And that defense as well. The defense will get after your quarterback. They'll also stop you on third down.
3rd and 17 at the Cardinals 28. Max Hall looking for Larry Fitzgerald. Picked off by Bradley Fletcher.
Quarterback position has been a disaster.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if you're the Arizona Cardinals, don't blow up the ship. You just got to find yourself a quarterback. That's what you got to do.
Well, Max Hall drops back, sacked by Fred Robbins.
He doesn't look like he's feeling too good either. I mean, it's a complete... Look, the record doesn't say it. You see the St. Louis Rams are 6-6, but in this division, they've got the best running back. I think they've got the most complete defense, and their quarterback is playing better than any of the other quarterbacks.
That's a true statement.
One win Carolina, who we're going to see in a couple of Thursdays on NFL Network in Pittsburgh. 6-6 St. Louis, the first place team that's in the Superdome today, taking on Drew Brees. And the Saints have got Pierre Thomas back, and now Marcus Colston. And Drew Brees seem to be on point now. That's a touchdown on the opening drive for the Saints. Next possession for the Rams. Steven Jackson, who's got a hand injury, is holding the ball in the wrong hand, perhaps in his healthy hand. And that gets the ball loose eventually as Roman Harper strips him, fumbles the ball. Saints, Jabari Greer recovers, and Steven Jackson, as you can see, that's just
lock that thing down.
He got away from his body right there. They're taught to keep it tight. That's what Marshall Falk told me, baby. Right. Resident expert.
So Pierre Thomas is back and Reggie Bush is back, but they're still running with Chris Ivory. Why not? He's been their primary ball carrier for the bulk of the season. When he runs like this, it's a quality run. 18 yards. He did, however, leave the game with a hamstring injury later on. 5 plays later, it's Brees to Colston again.
They throw more balls in the seams with 4 verticals than anybody we know, and Colston, another touchdown.
The Saints were a perfect 6 for 6 on third down in the first quarter. Not the way that you want to quiet the crowd if you're a team like the Rams on the road needing a win. Why are we showing this?
Big player boo-boo.
It's a boo-boo as Courtney Roby receives the kick. He fumbles it. Rams recover. Sean Payton is stoic. 2 plays later, Sam Bradford is... Malcolm Jenkins going the route.
You got to put it on him quicker. Mooch, it was a slanting up. It was wide open. If you had put it on him quicker, it would have been 6. Not this way, but the other way.
So instead of having a potential game-tying score, they went for 2. The Saints now blow open the game at 21-6 halftime. That's your score third quarter. Drew Brees to Lance Moore.
Same route.
Brees did have 2 picks in the day, but he had 3 touchdowns for 221 yards as well. Fourth quarter, it's 31-6. Bradford's looking for more points, but instead, here comes that man Jenkins again. Second pick of the day.
I was thinking about going a distance here, too. But
So the Rams improved to 10-3 to St. Louis' Show Me battle. And Matt Castle's showing you something. Missed just one game with that appendicitis or appendix being removed.
That's saying a lot.
And he came in and he struggled early on, but with the game at 6-0 in the middle of the second quarter, there's Dwayne Bowe.
Great throw.
His main target all year long. Gain of 28, and 3 plays later, Castle rolling out on 3rd and 1. There's Leonard Pope.
Past 64 solid U corner fullback.
I love it when you talk football like that, Coach.
Fourth quarter now, it's 20-6, Kansas City on top. The Rams needing to win this game to stay on top in the NFC West. That's Steven Jackson. 20-13 is your score right there. Ensuing Chiefs possession, Jamal Charles breaks the back.
Here's the speed now that they've noted for. He gets caught here. Catch that guy. This is unbelievable that he gets caught.
Ronald Martell from behind.
That means the other dude run.
Longest run of Charles' career, that's 80 yards.
You can't get run down and lay it on the field. Get up.
Well, it helps certainly to have Thomas Jones come off. And
Push him in.
So a big game for the Chiefs, who do still stay one game ahead of San Diego. San Diego needs the Chiefs to slip up and have them win out.
Huge NFC West game in St. Louis. The Niners can still win the division with 2 straight wins. The Rams control their destiny, 2 straight wins, and they win the division. First quarter, no score. Opening Rams possession, the handoff to Danny Amendola. Throws downfield, intercepted by Reggie Smith. Big turnover, costly for St. Louis, but a penalty flag, and guess what? They get the benefit of the doubt. As there was pass interference, it set up a 1-yard touchdown run by Steven Jackson, so they go up 7-0. Then right after that, Troy Smith tackled in the end zone for a safety. Rams up 9-0 early, playing for the division. But punting to Ted Ginn Jr., always a tricky proposition, as he was out to the races and goes all the way for a touchdown return. 78 yards for Ted Ginn. Niners only down by 2, 9-7. St. Louis added a field goal, going up by 5. Troy Smith, with 4 minutes left in the half, finds Vernon Davis for a gain of 25 to the San Francisco 42. 3 plays later, Smith this time finds Michael Crabtree, makes a nice move, and he is off to the races, all the way to the house, high-stepping into the end zone. A 60-yard score, his 6th touchdown of the season. Niners up at the half, 14-12. Third quarter, opening possession of the second half, and that is just overthrown, intended for his receiver, Michael Crabtree, and O.J. Atagwe returns it 19 yards. A big break for St. Louis. Costly mistake for San Francisco. Troy Smith getting into a yelling match on the sideline with Mike Singletary. Ted Ginn throwing a towel in his face to try and calm him down. That led to a field goal by St. Louis. They go up 15-14. Then just under 10 minutes left, Sam Bradford airing one out to Denario Alexander. He is tapped, but he gets up, walks into the end zone. It is ruled a touchdown on the field. The play was challenged, overturned, ruled down, and first and goal from the 3. St. Louis, doesn't matter. We're going to get a touchdown anyway. Sam Bradford hits LaRon Robinson, a 3-yard score. Rams go up 22-14. San Francisco's ensuing possession with their season on the line. They make the change to Alex Smith, and he will air one out. He hits Josh Morgan for 33 yards. It led to a 47-yard field goal by Jeff Reed. And Troy Smith is there to congratulate his teammates. They're only down by 5. Under 3 minutes to go, down by 8. And the strip by the St. Louis defense. Chris Long is there. Fred Robbins recovered. Huge play for the St. Louis Rams, but they wound up punting, and San Francisco got the ball back. Still needing a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The sack by Fred Robbins. Then 4th and 10. Clock is ticking. The pass complete to Ted Ginn. But can he get out of bounds in time to give them another play? Time runs out. 25-17. San Francisco season is over. St. Louis plays for the division.
Are champions of the NFC West. Let's show you how they got it done here. Charlie Whitehurst getting the start for Matt Hasselbeck, out with the hip injury. Couldn't go at the beginning of the game. It's Whitehurst to Ravel Martin, down 61 yards. Biggest play of the game.
I like how they opened the game. Their first 15, they had a bunch of passes. They were wide open early.
Well, Whitehurst now, he likes to chuck the ball downfield on a 3rd and 10, though. The area is going to be dropped by James Hall for a 2-yard loss, but there's a penalty on the play on Ron Bartel, called for defensive holding. And he gets Ben Obumano here.
A lot of mistakes by the Rams in crucial situations. A lot of offsides that kept drives alive.
Yeah. You can't make that call. It is playoffs.
A couple of plays later here, basically, you're right, Dan. It was playoff Sunday night because the winner of this game is in. Whitehurst back to Mike Williams for the 4-yard touchdown. And Charlie Whitehurst says the Seahawks on top, 7-0. Sam Bradford, coach, you mentioned it. He just struggled all night. Maybe, I mean, is it late in the season for the rookie here?
Well, you know, when the rush wasn't getting there, they would jump and put their hands up, and they batted a lot of balls down in this game. And you know what? That's good defensive play.
Seahawks batted down and deflected several passes. Rams were down 7-3 at the break. Third quarter, 7-3. Whitehurst trying to make something happen, and he flips it out to Marshawn Lynch. But Bartel with the strip, and James Laurinaitis is there to recover. Rams added a field goal, so 7-6. Pete Carroll's club on top. Fourth quarter, 10-6. And on a 2nd and 10, it's Whitehurst to Obumanu for a first down.
For some reason, the Rams were playing way off at this position, at this point in the game, and I didn't understand why the cornerback didn't get up.
To get big
doing a window Mare field goal. What happened here, Michael? Denario Alexander just goes right through his hands.
Man, this was the second big drop that he had on the night. Game-changing plays, and Alexander, the way he went after that ball, looks like he is a guy without a lot of confidence when it comes to catching football.
After the Seahawks were forced to punt from, a great play here by Will Herring and Bradford throwing into cover.
Bradford stared that receiver down the entirety of the play. Easy play by the defender.
So on the ensuing Seahawks possession, 6th play of the drive on a 2nd and 1 from the 29. Michael Robinson appears to be stopped for no gain. Remarkably, the officials gave him a first down. Look at the spot.
He's a good half a yard short. He's down right there. Maybe a yard. And somehow they spotted it first down, and the Rams didn't challenge it. And away we go with the field goal. Not so fast.
And then on a 4th and 3, Mare on for the field goal, but there's a penalty. The Rams called for encroachment. So the Rams just melting down here late in the game. There were some clock management issues as well. Spagnuolo electing to let the clock run down instead of use his timeouts before the 2-minute warning. And Marshawn Lynch now runs to the 16-yard line. Well, Mare knocks it down from 34 yards away, and that wrapped it up. A 2-possession game with fewer than 2 minutes to go. The Seattle Seahawks. Pete Carroll in his first year taking this team to the playoffs with a 7-9 record, the first team to do so since the merger to win their division at 7-9.